friends, welcome back again. Today we shall look at the common terms which are used in Excel or Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Worksheet. Those are the ways you can call it. But the most common terms we can just say Excel. So let us open our Excel application and we open a blank workbook. So this is our Excel. So the common terms which I want you to know in this Excel, the first one is a cell. A cell is an intersection. It's an intersection between columns. These are columns. This is our columns, like the whole of this one. Let me select it. This is our column. And then the intersection between a column and a row. This is our row. The rows, they move horizontally and the columns, they move vertically. So this is our row. So the intersection, let's say this one, this B3 is what we call our cell. This is our cell. So this is what we call a cell. So where I've typed this letter T, or let me put 1. So this is our cell. Where I've placed 1 is our cell. The cell name is called B3. You start naming it with the column, then you name the row. So this one is cell B3. So we have gotten that one. A cell is an intersection between a column and a row. So the next terminology that we are going to use is a worksheet. A worksheet. Are we seeing this one? Sheet 1. So the whole of this one, this page which you are seeing here, which is blank, it is what we call a worksheet in our Excel. Then the other one is a workbook. A workbook now is when you have more sheets. A workbook is like if we add another sheet here and we save it in a file, so that one will be a workbook. Now there are 2 or more worksheets in that workbook, so that one is what we call a workbook. And then the other one, we have formulas. Formulas is in this. If you can see, there formulas is like what you will use to calculate. Is used for calculation, mathematical calculations, and they always start with an equal sign. So if you want to add something, like say sum, let's assume this one we have 1, then this one is 2. So there was some error there because we had not selected. So if we say equal to sum cell 1 or equal to sum that is cell here, if we put our function plus this. So a function, a formula, it's always starts with a equal sign, then you include what you want. So if we add this A3 plus A3 and what B3, then we close, we get our answer at 3. So this one we use a formula of summation, where we added 1 plus 2, which gave us what? 3. So that was a formula. And then we have functions. Functions, they are now what you use to calculate, like the sum. We use sum. There are others which are like average. If you want to get the average of something, those are the functions that we use to calculate different manipulations in Excel. So you can calculate average, product. We have product. These are what we call our functions, not formulas. Formulas, they start with equal signs. Then we have reference, cell reference. Cell references, like if we are to reference this cell here, B what? B A3 and B what? B3. So there's what we call absolute and absolute reference. There's absolute reference, and the other one is there's this other reference which does not change. Absolute, it does not change. Then the other one is called, which can change when you add it from, when you move from one cell to the other. They always varies. It's called relative reference. That one is called relative reference. So we have an absolute references. They are always, you put a dollar sign when you are referencing it. Like if they say you should reference this in an absolute reference, you have to put a dollar sign in between it. Here before that cell you put a dollar sign. So this is what we call a an absolute reference. So from here, wherever you go in any cell, if you put that reference, that's dollar sign and the cell. Okay, let's assume we have this one. Yeah, it is always in a dollar sign. Dollar sign A3. That one is how you're going to reference it. Like for instance, here is dollar sign A3. If we put it here also, it will still bring that one we are seeing in the other part. So this is, it will still sorry, another one. So this one is an absolute reference. It doesn't change even if you move it to a different cell. Even if you put it up to here, it will still give us the same thing. A3 still give us 1. So that one is what we call referencing. We have relative reference and absolute reference. Like for relative reference changes, you just put A3 here. You say A3. There will be 1, but if you had maybe another value, it will change. So that is how our reference, what is called, we call references. Which other thing we have, haven't we seen other term? Let me look at any other term we have not seen. Then range, we have what we call range. Range is just a group of cells. Like if we select this, this is a range from A3 to B3. That one is a range. So a range is just a group of cells. It's a group of cells. Like we can range these cells from here up to this point. So that is what we call cell ranges. So it is a group of cells. Yeah, another term. Then we have others like charts and the rest. Then we also have charts. Charts, I think they are in most of the Microsoft packages. We have them in Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. So those ones, they are not something which is new. So in charts, when you want, you just come to insert, then you insert any kind of chart you want to. Whether you want to put table, there are the charts, they are here, various type pie charts. All these ones, they can be used in presenting your work in an Excel. So I think we have learned most of the basic in Microsoft Excel. You have to know what a cell is, what a workbook is, what a worksheet is. A worksheet is this one. A workbook is now a group of worksheets. Then we have cells, then cell ranges. Then you have to know referencing, absolute reference and relative reference. Relative changes. it varies from cells to cells, but for absolute it remains constant. So that is what I have for you today. Then there are some things here which you can formulas, there's data, then there are many things you can go through them as if you want to learn more about Excel, though we shall talk about Excel into detail in our next video. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. IK22. Thank you.